Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie is part 2 of some of the positive things that is coming out about this pandemic. So the fact that these movie makers are allowing straight streaming movies that are in the theater because we can't go to the theater. So I still love it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this is part 2 of it because last night I actually paid the money and watched The Hunt. And my review's up about that. Hopefully I saved you some money on that one. But hopefully this one's going to be worth it. So this is The Invisible Man, if I haven't said that already, Elisabeth Moss. Evidently, she is in a very abusive relationship. And then with her, I don't know if it's her husband or boyfriend, whatever, significant other, if you will. And he commits suicide, but she's not sure she believes that that's actually what happened. She thinks it's fake. And then she gets haunted by somebody she can't see. And she believes it to be him. Now, because this movie's so fresh, it's still in the theaters, if there were theaters. I've seen the previews of it, so you probably have as well. So it'll be interesting. Normally I don't get to see the previews that much, or the previews are so old that I forget them by the time they're out when I can watch them at home. So this is a little bit different. I want to say 7.2 on IMDb, so 7.4, and over 35, almost 36,000 people have reviewed it, so it must be pretty good. I don't know. I'm kind of interested. Can't wait to see it. The last Invisible Man I saw, I think, had Chevy Chase in it. So let me get into it here a little bit, find out what it's really about. 2 hours and 4 minutes long. And once I find out what it's about, I'll check back in if it's any different than what I've told you, and then ultimately I'll let you know what I think. So stick around. I think this is very important because you need to find out if you're ready to pay the money to see this movie. Because it's a little bit more than going to the theater, but that's okay. Alright, let's get into it. I'll be back in a bit. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Invisible Man, and we are at the 1 hour, 4 minute, and 13 second mark. There's only an hour and 8 seconds left in the movie, so it's just over halfway. And a lot has happened. When I was going to stop it last time, it was already 43 minutes into the film, so it goes really quick because you're pretty much interested. But it's really what the IMDb synopsis says. There's nothing hidden in here. She's in a relationship. She tries to get out of it. He's very abusive, they lead you to believe, pretty much. Shows his anger side in the beginning, but he gets away. And then, he ends up committing suicide, is what they share with us. And she starts being tormented by something she can't see. And it's all the stuff from the previews, that if you've seen the previews, you see the paint and her being hoisted in the air. That kind of stuff has already happened. So, of course, nobody believes her. She went to live with a friend after this. And he doesn't believe her, and she's telling everybody, and of course nobody's going to believe her, they can't see it. And then also, what I found interesting was, okay, so he could do whatever he wants, whatever he wants because he's invisible, if it's him, but the Invisible Man can, right? But I didn't even think of the other aspect of it, like sending emails on her behalf. It's like, wow, you know what I mean? And you think about it then, everything else that they could do in our digital world. Like in the old days, you could just call somebody, but it's like, it's not her voice, whatever. Here, it's like, all right. So I thought that was interesting. It is kind of edge of your seat, kind of, a little jumpy here and there, because you don't know what's going to happen. Not too bad, though. But so far, so good. So I'll get back into it here. We got a whole hour left. If anything interesting happens between now and the credits, I'll stop in and talk to you a little bit about it. But if not, I'll wait to the credits and let you know what I think. So stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Invisible Man, and I really liked what they did here. I thought it was pretty entertaining. Now, the twists and turns were fun, and that really made me enjoy it, but some areas of opportunity for me, I think there's a couple of holes that they didn't, they didn't do right, so they left some holes there, that I don't want to share with you because, it didn't ruin the movie, but there are a couple of things that they messed up, I think, that, it makes you say, And then In addition to that, I think the length of the film was a little bit long. But other than that, I thought it was pretty entertaining. You know, like I said, I think Elisabeth Moss does a really good job. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of hers. You know, some of the other movies that I've seen her in, whatever. But this one, I think she did a really good job. I'm sure it's really difficult to do what she had to do. You know, basically fighting an invisible man. But I thought that was interesting. And some of these movies like this, I don't like it because, you know, everything continues to go wrong. Like for her, because nobody believed her, things continue to get worse for her, and nothing goes right. And those kinds of things, that always bothers me. You know, and I kind of like look away. I hate that when it just keeps happening and happening. Even though you know, hopefully at the end of this, everything's going to work out for her. And, you know, but that whole piece where everything's falling apart on her it's tough. You know, I thought it was. I like it. I like the way they ran with it. And that's it. There's not much else there. I think it's definitely worth watching for anybody. This one's a lot better than what I just reviewed last night. So again, The Hunt, if you've seen that, skip that one, come to this one. Now, you know, I'm in the 6 or 7 range on this one for me. I would be more 7 if it wasn't so long. You know, I don't see... I like when they're well-developed stories and well-developed characters. I just didn't know. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten that if it wasn't this long. I just felt like it drug on a little bit too long to get to where we were going. Happy with where we got to. But interesting. And then the ending was interesting as well, so not to ruin the ending for you. It'll be interesting, like... I can't even say. You know, they maybe set up that there might be more to come. I don't know. So that's all I got for you. I don't want to share any more because I think, you know, you want to experience yourself. But see if you check it out. See if you see any of the holes that I see. I'll throw one out. You know, when so they, you know, as I mentioned, she stayed in a house of a friend who has a daughter there, right? Well, the whole getting to the daughter thing, it's odd how one person gets there before the other, and such a long gap. You know what I mean? Like, so if you see that, you'll see there's a couple of different things that they, you know, how does the invisible man get from place to place? I don't know. That's not explained. So that's it. That's all I got for you. There's just a couple of things out there, so not gonna spoil any more for you. I don't think I did there. But if you check it out, let me know what you thought. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you see all the holes in it? What did you think about the runtime? But overall, I think it's worth watching. I'm glad I got to see it in the comfort of my own home. So I'm even more appreciative of that. So, all right, that's it. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, tell all your friends, and continue to tune in to Kimmel's Irish Pub.